And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of This Is Our Life. Oh my. 14 days today. 2 weeks exactly. So, I thought I would also give my cousin some more information and anybody else who's coming to the wedding that happens to watch this, not like many people were. Here we go, freezing up again. Not like many people that are going to come are actually going to see this, but, um, okay. The road you're going to be staying on is probably the worst road around here. Don't take the shortcut, it's even worse. Um, that shortcut, the name of that street is the same as the other street. Um, if you want to eat, you're going to be you will be near some uh, restaurants, but
Some were kind of expensive.
yeah,
Not really worth what they're serving.
yeah. What I would suggest is you go to city center, downtown, if you want to call it downtown, um, on Main Street. There's Timoleons, which we both happen to like. There's Margaritas, which is overpriced. Uh, I forget the name of the other Mexican restaurant. They're overpriced, but y'all don't like Mexican that much, so don't think you'll be going there. The Mexican restaurant we like going to is Mijilisco, but it's not downtown. Um, but there are restaurants and cafes and coffee houses, and there are a couple of two or three Chinese restaurants. I think isn't there a Japanese restaurant,
It's a sushi bar.
sushi bar, pizza. That's probably your best bet, and it's not like Keene. It's not like you're gonna wind up 3 hours away from where you're staying. But what I would suggest, the day you arrive in the state, you don't wait to eat here. Just eat in Manchester, eat on the way from Manchester. Don't wait to eat here. If you're,
Concord might give you kind of a more choice than Keene,
yeah,
and you'll be about halfway here too.
yeah. If the so-called Robin Hooders try to put money in the meter,
Tell them to go to hell.
yeah, put your hand over the coin slot of the meter and tell them no, thank you. If they ask why, tell them, oh, you don't like people harassing and following and bothering the meter maids. There are better ways to deal with things, and that's just my suggestion. Um, let's see. So we're probably going to have a friend of ours and my fiance's brother be the ushers. Not that they're not going to be like assigned seating. There's not going to be like, well, the wife's family sits over here and the husband's family sits over there. We're not going to. It's not going to be that formal. They just go in and sit down. The job of the usher is to help out with other things as well, um, because we're going to get sandwiches from Subway. Uh,
We're not having a fancy dinner.
yeah, it's not. It's. I mean, it's more like snacks than anything. It's just a way for us to, for everybody to meet each other, have an opportunity to talk to each other, get to know each other, to sit down and relax with each other, with one another, instead of the rush to get into the chapel, have the wedding, and then leave. What's, I mean, we want people to get to know each other. Um, and to, we want to socialize with our family and friends. Um, so there'll be wedding cake and We're probably going to get sandwiches from Subway and cut them into quarters, so they'll be little things. They're going to be snacks.
No, the day.
We're gonna
Just too late for all day.
maybe get some olives, like those things they have at the
Yeah,
grocery store.
yeah, and maybe a fruit tray or something. We don't know yet. We'll see. Um, and let's see. We'll try and decorate the church the night before, at least do what we can the night before. What I want to do is print a picture of both of our parents. Our parentses? Our
I
parents.
don't know if I can find a picture of both of my parents together.
Well, you can put two different ones up
So
there.
it'll be the older. I think I mean in the same photograph.
Yeah. Oh, I know. You can put two different
I'll have
photographs.
to get out my old pictures.
And I'd also like to put a place for John. And this will be these chairs will be off limits to people to sit in. Actually, you know what? Instead of having 5 chairs like that, we'll just have 2 chairs to represent all 5 of those people. That way people can actually sit up front instead of having all the front chairs blocked off. And John's wife told me the other day that most people that wrote to him that were his pen pals, once they found out he was married, they didn't want to write to him anymore. But he and I kept writing. So she says, you know, that he must have meant a lot to you, or you meant a lot to him. It's just a year now. I don't think his wife is going to make it, but it would be nice if she did. But she did get the wedding invitation. She told me the other day. Took a long time to get to Germany, but she got it. We haven't done any sort of formal thank yous for. We only have we received like 2 wedding gifts, but we'll do the formal thank you notes and everything after the wedding. That way we can do everything at one time. We don't wind up skipping somebody or sending somebody 2 or 3 thank you notes. We'll just do it all at one time. Let's see. Lucky's getting his hair cut. He's going to be groomed. I told the guy on the phone, I said, he said, well, the so-and-so is going to be doing it, and she's the one who does Shih Tzus. And I'm like, he's not a Shih Tzu, he's a wolf. And he's like,
Yeah, right.
yeah, he kind of went, I said, no, no, no.
He's half wolf.
Yeah, well, he thinks he is, yeah.
John's more wolf than he is.
Yeah. Yeah, you throw John a little piece of chicken, he'll eat it.
he loves it.
Yeah. But,
They.
but, Timoleons is good. I don't know if they're open for dinner or not.
I think they close about 5 o'clock or something.
Okay. Now, there's a
Do
restaurant.
they have a website?
Yeah, I think they do.
I wonder.
Or a Facebook page. There's a restaurant that your parents liked that it's now called J.P. Stevens. It's between Keene and Renge, and J.P. Stevens
Which one?
between Keene and Renge, closer to Renge, I think. Is that, or am I in the wrong
No.
location?
J.P. Stevens is over in Ranch.
Yeah, okay. In Renge. It used to have another name when your parents went there, but it's, still there. And they have like a throwback Wednesday or throwback Thursday or something with one of a dish.
Timoleon's restaurant.
Oh, okay.
They have a Facebook page.
Okay. Like the menu, on the menu they'll have, I think that's J.P. Stevens that I saw that on. There's also what's the name of that Italian place?
Uh-huh. What?
The Italian place on 12.
Um. Oh, it's not open yet. That new one that's coming in town.
The one that's always busy.
Marco Polo.
Italian.
Papagallo.
Papa
Gallo.
Gallows. I say Papagayos. Papa
What
Gallows.
would you say Camilleon's price range is?
Cheap.
What about
$1 $1 sign.
0 to 9, yeah.
Oh, 1.
Well, that's a 0 to 9. No.
Right. Oh yeah. They're always busy, so you might
I don't know how late they stay open.
Papagayos or Gallows. They're always busy, so I assume they're really good. There are other restaurants in Keene. I don't know what kind of food you're going to be wanting.
We do have a few chain restaurants.
Yeah, I mean, there's like McDonald's and
Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Olive Garden. Applebee's, Longhorn Steakhouse, Chili's.
Pizza Hut, Domino's Pizza. But anyway, and yesterday we were like really cleaning and stuff. I guess we need to get back to that. So.
Yeah.
But
Copperfield, I've never heard of that
no.
one. 401 Winchester Street.
So what's that place near Timoleon's on the side street?
Lindy's.
Lindy's. It's kind of bland.
Yeah.
The service used to be really, really slow. You could sit there for like 30 minutes and
die.
Yeah, but
they've had to yell at the waitresses to get their attention.
Yeah, but they've gotten better with their service. At least last time we were there, but the food is bland. Price-wise, it's good. It's hamburgers.
Papagallo's has Facebook Pizza.
Yeah.
Facebook.
They have a website too. They have
Athens Pizza and Family Restaurant. They're good.
Yeah.
They have grinders and pizza and pasta and salads and. Bad.
So there's what's the donut place?
Dunkin' Donuts.
There's Dunkin' Donuts. At least
There's
a couple of them.
2.
Used to be 3, but
I think there's one in Keene.
And then one on 12.
Yeah.
And then there's Local Burger, which isn't cheap, but it's good. There's Five Guys, which is really expensive, but good, I guess. I don't think it's as good as the price, but then there's this guy here in town. He's really good, but for the two of us to eat there, it costs roughly $20. Maybe 20.
No, it's not cheap, but even Wendy's up here is like, if you get the combos, it's like $16, $17.
Yeah. For both of us to eat over here at Central Square Cafe, gonna run you roughly 20 to $25. Probably not quite 25, but close. But he's good. He's good. He's from South Carolina.
About 22.
22. So.
But you have fries, which he makes from scratch every day,
or onion rings.
Baked beans, coleslaw.
Yeah, you get like onion rings or French fries, and either baked beans or coleslaw.
And he makes it all himself.
Yeah.
It's not bought out of a can or bucket or something.
And there's a place opening eventually in our town. It's an Italian place. There's also another pizza place. We don't go to it, but it's B&B or B&R.
The town chief of police used to run it. He's kind of a turd.
The former police chief.
He's not very nice.
No. Then again, he could have towed our car once and he didn't, but the way he talked to me I didn't appreciate it. But anyway, so there are places to eat. As for things to do, I don't know if you're really going to be. I don't know if you're going to have much opportunity to go out and do things. And then there's Mount Monadnock, which is a wonderful place. There's the river, which goes right through our town and goes into Keene. There's a lake south of here. I don't know if my uncle, your dad, or your husband. I don't know if
Even if you guys go to the Mexican restaurant, you don't have to get spicy food.
Yeah.
Believe me. What
the
did I have the other day? The three
enchiladas.
three enchiladas and rice, seasoned rice, and that was like 10.50 or 10.75.
And I had like a big
That
old.
filled me up.
Yeah, I had a big old thing. It was like 3 plates or something. Like my
You had
goodness.
2 plates, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if your husband or if your dad, if they like to shoot. If so, we can go shoot. As a matter of fact, I just took this down to look at it. This is not mine. This is my fiance's. It's
My
a
brother,
22.
I could probably get him to go out hunting or something with you.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to hunt, but you know,
Well, just
shoot.
shoot.
So, but this is a 22. It was actually rusting. I mean,
And we have it.
haven't fired it once.
How long we had it? Like maybe 3 or 4 months.
Yeah. And not once have we fired it, and that's
It's
the
starting to
outside.
rust on the outside.
Yeah, and I can't see inside. And but and we can go fishing. If you want to go fishing, there's a place to go fishing. Actually, there are quite a few places to
If
go
you feel
fishing.
brave, you can climb out Mount Monadnock.
No. And that would be a nice place just to take a picture.
Part
But-
of the thing is not too bad, but then you get to that point where it's all rocks. Remember that one place?
Yeah.
It's like, uh-oh.
So anyway, I hope. Well, by the time the day after you get here, she'll be my wife, not my fiance. Hope she doesn't mind if I fire a few rounds through this. But yeah, the magazine's not in it. We're not that dumb.
Well, just gonna make a pop.
Yeah. But
Might scare John a little bit.
yeah. So I don't know. If you have any questions about anything, just let us know on here. Give us a phone call. Send us an email. Whatever, just if you have any questions, concerns, whatever, just let us know. Now, actually, if you want some place to go, just as a place to go, Main Street in Keene. It's a nice walk, just up and down Main Street.
There's a florist, a pawn shop. Well,
But it's a nice
yeah,
pawn
but
shop.
it's that one that's like a resale shop, selling jewelry and stuff.
Mhm. And there are little boutiques and stuff along
Yeah.
Main Street. And there's actually a place that sells records, LPs and 45s
And CDs.
and CDs. And so you might want to go there.
The toy store is kind of interesting.
Yeah, the toy store. What's the name of it? Ingenuity Country
Ingenuity Country Store.
Store. It's not just
Toys.
Yeah, it's not just toys. They actually have like an adult section, if you will. They have nice
Some of the
wine.
toys adults could play with even.
Yeah, I mean, we bought a Magic 8 Ball there,
Yeah.
But they have souvenir stuff, T-shirts. It's a family kind of
Like
store.
they have some blouses and scarves and skirts for women. You can find quite a bit of. It's a variety.
Yeah. So you might like to just look in there, or just window
Check it
shop. There's what's that card company? The card store.
I don't know.
They sell really nice cards, Christmas cards, birthday cards
Where?
on Main Street.
The Hannah Grimes?
No, card store. Greeting cards. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Google greeting card companies. And you know, you can go in there and look in there. They have nice stuff. Hallmark
Yeah,
store. And there are other restaurants in downtown that you might like. There's the Stage Door. There's Luca's. Luca's has like two restaurants. There's Luca's and then Luca's Cafe. You know, so there's a difference between the two. I don't remember what it is. Um, you know, they're
give me a chance to try and print out Timoleon's menu, and maybe I can scan it and get it up on the Facebook
okay. So
page.
so you can, you know, you have
6 a.m. to 9 p.m.
6 a.m. to 9 p.m. So you can get dinner there. You know, hey, you can go over there and get
That's
dinner.
what their menu thing says.
Oh, so well, up here, what?
Stores open at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and
like Toadstool Bookstore, which has a lot of interesting books. The Salvation Army, the church-ran Goodwill type store, they all open at 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what? Come on, people.
so yeah, you have to
get out of bed.
And another thing is like, oh, another place you might like to pick your own blueberries.
Here in town.
Yeah, here in town, up on the top of the hill over here, not Mount Monadnock, not that high.
The other way.
Yeah. By the way, if you come out here, we're about 500 plus feet above Keene.
So your ears will pop.
Yeah, so just so you know that, if you're driving out, why do my ears pop? Well, because you're gaining altitude as you come out here. We're over 1,000 feet. Keene is only 100 something, or no, they're 300 or 400 something. I don't know.
Not very high.
Not very high, and like that's one nice thing about it. If there was like a major flood in this area,
everything runs downhill from here.
Yeah, we would probably be just the basement might get wet, but you know.
It never happened yet.
Yeah, and if it does, he has sump pumps down there, more than one.
It rains like crazy too.
Yeah, so there's a.
I think Troy must sit like on the ridge of a hill or the top of a hill or something.
Yeah, I think you're right. The people who have the pick your own berries, they have a
farm stand.
Yeah, farm.
At one end of town.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a lobsterman here too. If you want lobsters, you can get.
If he's open.
Yeah, and he doesn't sell them really expensive either, because it's he and his son that do.
I think it's like current like $5.99 for a chick lobster, I think.
Yeah. So hey, you know, if you want lobster,
you don't have to go to the grocery store to get them.
Yeah, they're more expensive there. Even though sometimes they're a whole lot cheaper here than say in Texas or Virginia, North Carolina.
Sometimes they have clams, but they're usually at the grocery store.
Yeah. Oh, we went by this clams the other day. Oh gosh.
Sheesh.
They're not supposed to smell that high. But anyway.
That was stinky.
Yeah. And hopefully before the wedding, this whole.
I was like, put a gas mask on.
This whole kit and caboodle thing with the grocery store will be resolved.
And that's our favorite grocery store.
And it's the one that we can afford.
Well, I head to Brattleboro and buy stuff over there.
So, anyway, like I said, if you have any questions, concerns, or whatever, you just send us an email, comment on the video, whatever. It won't be difficult to find the church. See, from where you'll be going down 101. Once you get onto 101, I mean it's right there. You'll be going.
Have to go out onto is that Winchester? West or Winchester?
I don't.
Winchester Street.
You go to Winchester, around the.
Turn right.
Yeah.
Go out to the circle.
And then you want to go that way.
Quarter of the way around it.
Yeah, and it'll be 2 lanes. Go ahead and get in your left lane because it narrows to 1 lane, and then it widens.
Good at bottlenecking things up here.
Yeah, and then it'll widen again, and you want to get in your right lane. You're on 101, going east-west roughly, and then you're going to get to Route 12 at the intersection. You want to take a right onto 12 going south or south. Go south on 12, and if you pass the Dunkin' Donuts. If you pass the guy who has all the army vehicles in his yard, which will be on the left, the Dunkin' Donuts will be on your right. If you pass these, you've gone too far. The church will be on your right side.
Past Papa Gallows, you've gone too far.
Yeah, if you pass Papagayos, you've gone too far. But you know, you're not like that far away from it. You just turn around. Yeah, and you know, not even 5 minutes, maybe half a minute. So, is there anything else I need to?
I can think of.
Okay, so can't wait to see everybody. But anyway, so just let us know if there are any questions or anything like that. Bye.